Hey y'all, I'm Cindy. Welcome to Cindy Hart's Crochet Podcast, where we talk about crochet and crochet accessories. Today is Saturday, February 24th, 2024, and it is about 2:20 in the afternoon here in Pinson Triangle Park. I have shown you a video here from here before, where it is a beautiful sunny day, and me and Dog. Come here, Dog. Come here, girl. She's just enjoying the sunshine. Let me see if I can get to her, and there she is. Just enjoying the sunshine. Sitting here with me patiently while I finally make a video for y'all. We have some laundry going over there at the laundromat. I mean, I have my own laundry washer and dryer and everything, but I bring my big blankets here to wash them in the big machines instead of tearing my own up. They're made for them here, right? So anyway, long time no see. I know it's been crazy. It's been crazy. And I'll go into that in just a little bit. But I did want to come on here and show you a few things that I have, or a couple of things I have finished, and another that I have in progress. And then I want to give you a little life update and just ask for your help with a couple of things in my life right now. But first things first. For those of you that do not know me or have not been here before, or that we have not met, I am Cindy, and I'm from Pinson, Alabama, which is a little northeast of Birmingham, Alabama. And I live on a 5-acre piece of land in a big, huge house with my dog, and that's her name is Dog. I've tried to call her Minnie Pearl, but sometimes it doesn't fit, right? I'm really squinty out here today because it is real sunny and beautiful. It's nice. It's about 70 degrees today, and I'm going to take me a little swig real quick. And we're going to have some background traffic noise behind us because you'll see that we are right around here in the park. Like I said, just waiting on some blankets to get through washing. But anyway, so first things first. It's going to get blown off here, is most of you that follow me on Facebook or know me personally or talk to me, text, whatever, knows that in December my baby brother, 51 years old, had a stroke on December 15th. Well, that has left him he's a survivor, thank the Lord. And he is in a wheelchair for a while. He has his left side is disabled at this time, but he is showing some promise of strengthening that in his hip and his shoulder. But they said that's a good start. He's feeling pains where he should be, and which is supposed to be all of that waking up. So just continued prayers for that, please, that happens, because that's what I'm here for, is just to make sure I want to be there when he walks again, and he will walk again. His right side is fine, and it's way extra strong right now. And so he uses that a lot to get around, but he is still 100% dependent on others to help him get around. Like I said, he is in a wheelchair now. So first thing I looked at was, hey, those wheels need some dutying up and make them look fancy. So I started searching online, and there's only one or two designers that have patterns and videos for wheelchair wheel covers. So I kind of combined a couple of different ones, and I made these. I'm not sure how pretty they're going to show up in the sunshine out here, but these are a 20-inch wheel for the standard Medline wheelchair that he got when he got out of the hospital. They provided that for him. And this color is, I can't tell on my monitor whether it is showing up good or not, but anyway, it is a 20-inch ring, and there are two of them. Big old eyeballs, hey? So anyway, there's a pair of them, and I'm trying to see them on my screen. But anyway, so I made these, and I kind of put together I combined a couple of different patterns, but because I didn't really like all of one. I mean, I really did, but I didn't have the color with me to start on those. I just made these in a couple of days while I was down there with him. I have been off work a couple of weeks to help with him. The ground's a little damp from some rain we had a couple of nights ago, and I know she doesn't want to lay down. Oh, she's sitting there being good girl, though. So, the patterns I started with one of them was a YouTube video. I'm looking at my notes down here. A YouTube video by Tricks Cards and Crochet. She does read tarot cards and everything, but she also has some crochet videos for these wheelchair wheel covers. And I took part of hers where I started with, well, I really needed like a mandala yarn or some long striping yarn instead of this busy blacklight yarn. If you recognize this from when I worked with it before, was when I did the multicolored squares for my Halloween blanket that I did and kind of pulled it all together with that. That was Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo in blacklight. So I thought that would be cool, you know, and he's like, well, yeah, but we don't really do any blacklight. And I know that's bright colors for a guy and everything, but he always enjoys anything I make, and that's where my joy comes from, right? Seeing people actually liking what I crochet for them. But, you know, I could tell he wants I do have another set I'm going to make for him, and I'm jumping around, I'm sorry. So I started out with the video I just told you about, Pick a Tricks Cards and Crochet YouTube video. We'll link everything below that I talk about today. And so she starts with a 2-inch wooden ring, and I got these at Michael's. 2-inch loops and threads, 5-piece 2-inch wooden rings. So I started with that, and it takes 2, of course. And then I crocheted, I think, 36 double crochets on around this, using a number 5, a H 5mm hook. And then I just started the pattern, and then I found some patterns online for purchase, paid for patterns on an Etsy shop called Wheel Covers For You Digital, and that's an Etsy shop. So I just got a basic pattern, and I believe that these could be done with any mandala pattern or any pretty something like this you wanted to make. You would just start with the ring. Now I see that this center ring is good because the hub of the wheel would probably rub, and really you could probably go with a 3-inch ring, and it would do even better because this still kind of sits on the hub of the wheel, and I feel like if it stayed on there it would rub it. So anyway, I did this in Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo in blacklight using the 2-inch wooden rings, and I bought the 20-inch wire wreath from Hobby Lobby. Well, I had one. So come here dog. Minnie Pearl, howdy. Come here girl, get back over here. I may have to pause and go let her take a pause for the cause. Come here girl, come on. You gonna say hi? You gonna get up here and say hi? Come on. There she is. There my girl. Say hi, y'all. Hi, y'all. She's like, why you got me out here in this hot sunshine? Now, she has been a big help with Mark, too. But I'll go into all that later. I'm trying to stick to crochet with this one here. So that's Red Heart Super Saver in blacklight. I did manage to get, the jumbo. Oh, now she's just trying to smile for you and everything. The jumbo comes in. Yeah. Sweet girl. I gotta hang on to her, though. The jumbo comes in jumbo like 482 yards, 10 ounces, 283 grams, 482 yards, and 440 meters. I did both of those with one skein of that jumbo and had plenty left over to make a matching beanie. He's not going to wear this, I know. Unless we hit some blacklight and go to the skating rink or something, roll him around out there. and this is just a standard beanie. I mean, you know, 6 rows of it. Start out with your ring, and then 6 rows of increases, and then 7 rows of that, and then I did a front post, back post around the brim. But I just wanted to finish out the skein, right? Couldn't stand to have it a little bit left over. So anyway, and then I did this up to, I think I was on this row, and I started attaching it to this, and it was a little tight, and it was kind of pulling it in like that. So I took it apart and added 1 more row of increases on it, and this was, I finished it off on the 20-inch ring. As you know, the wreaths from Hobby Lobby and everywhere have like 3 or 4 metals on it, starting with the large size and going in where you could attach wreath stuff to it. So I took that apart and put it on here, and it fits fine. Now, it was windy the day that we went out, and I tortured him and made him go to Hobby Lobby with me. It was windy out, and it blew the rings out of the wheel. So it kind of sits inside the ring where, not the rubber wheel on a wheelchair, but like the part where the outer rim that's a little bit smaller. I think the wheel's 24, but the inside ring is 20 inches. So I think what I'm going to do is, I found these at Hobby Lobby. They're album rings, 1-inch album rings. Let's see if that's that. And I got these on clearance for 62 cents. They're gold, but I think that's fine. I just want something to kind of hold them to the spokes and the wheels. So there's that. That's a finished object. And the one I let him, the day we were in Hobby Lobby, no. Well, he wants something more, you know, more him. He's a motorcycle rider and a drummer and, you know, just a guy. So I let him, we went to Walmart yesterday, I believe, and I let him pick out a yarn, and he likes this one. So this is, he wants this one. It's Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo in newspaper stripe. So I kind of like the way it's going to stripe more. There are several patterns by Wheel Covers For You Digital on Etsy, and I think I'm going to get like one of the fractal ones to do that kind of pulls out instead of it being round all the way to the edge of the wheel. I think I'm going to do a different one, and then I'm going to either put like a I don't know, maybe a spider or a Jolly Roger, you know, skull and crossbone kind of thing for him, because it's just what he likes. So yeah, newspaper print stripe, newspaper stripe. This one also has 10 ounces, 283 grams, 482 yards, and 440 meters. And I'm going to be able to do 2 rings out of this one also. And then I have this other one I really want to do something in, and it's this Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo stripes, 482 yards, bright stripe. So I'm going to do some with that too. I really like that color. And then, is that all I want to say about that? But there are a couple of good videos too with Picatrix cards. She has pretty detailed, and it's more of a mandala type pattern where you have actual texture and stuff and patterns in there. But it just wasn't going to show up good with this black light I had, so that's why I didn't finish off with that one. But I will with maybe a softer mandala. You know, the Lion Brand or something. I may do another one another time. If people are wanting to buy them, which these black light ones are for sale now. If anybody wants those, 20-inch, give me a call, and I'll be glad to ship them to you. Okay, so those are the next 2 I want to make. And then I have one WIP that is, I really just haven't been able to do much lately, but again, I'm going to go into that later. Juan the Yarn Addict has a YouTube video for this. I believe it's called Midnight Windows. If that's not correct, I will put the correct thing below. And it is just so pretty, the texture and everything to it. I can't tell what you can see, but so far, let me see if I can get up without knocking everything over or losing dog. I'm on these old cement picnic benches, park benches, and it's just tough to get up. So anyway, I have it this far so far, and I've got almost three skeins in it, and it's really pretty. I love the what the front post does to it, and then the windows, of course. I really like that. And I'm gonna make it long enough, you know, to wrap around me really good. And I can't find my thing on this. Now, I thought it was a denim. It isn't. I love this yarn. I have this much left of a third. Let me get back in here now. Old bones, old bones. Old and fat don't go together anymore. Okay, so I got the rest of a third. This is the last of a third skein. And this is a Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. And I think it's a stone wash. Now, I thought it was like a denim or something, but I can't find any of the bands for it. But to me, it looked kind of denim-y. But the label says it's some kind of gray. So gray wash or something like that. So anyway, and that's a nice, easy pattern, 4-row repeat. And I'll put one's link below so that you can make one of your own. I really like that. It works up pretty quick. I started that in the hospital when? I'm not sure if it was when Mama was in the hospital. Don't get tangled up, dog. Or when my brother was in there. But that was the last thing other than the wheels that I started. I didn't get my Christmas gnomes finished. Didn't get my Christmas blanket finished. But I will. I'll get it done soon. Hopefully things will start easing up sooner or later. And I'll get back to my routine. I definitely need to be getting back on here doing videos because I miss y'all. And I miss talking to you and seeing you and chatting with you. Oh, this yarn, I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. This one I used a J10 6mm hook on that one. And it, ooh, excuse me, I got a little tickle there. All this dust flying around. Ooh. And cars flying up and down the road, just adding more to it. Yarn, Juan, the Yarn Addict. Now, he sure has grown really quick, hasn't he? And he's a great designer and everything. I enjoy watching him as well. So y'all check his channel out and find you something to make, because he's always making stuff and got a lot of pretty yarn that he gets. And just an overall good guy. So give him a watch. And I think that's all I really have for now, other than that's all my yarny stuff for the moment. So I'm about to go into some live stuff, and I would like to share with you and ask for your help, please. But if you don't care for that, you're welcome to sign off or anything. Now, I will ask you one thing that is still yarny related, and I'm really hoping to get back on track. And I know I've said that the last few times I've made videos, but things just keep happening, right? Please watch my videos. Maybe watch my watch some of my playlist or something, and just kind of help boost my channel back up. I finally hit 2,000. Yay! Thank y'all so much for putting out the word and everything. And finally got me over 2,000. It happened during all this crazy life stuff going on, and I haven't got to celebrate yet, but I will. You know I will, because I love me some giveaways and some loving on my people. And I love y'all so much for your prayers and your encouraging words throughout. There's some of you that stay in touch with me on a personal, when I say personal level, I mean texting, calling, things like that. And I appreciate that too. And just a comment on my Facebook page, or my, I had my glasses on the whole time and didn't even have to use them. Hey, that's great too. Just now saw my Dollar Tree. It's more my Dollar Tree, still got my things on them. But aren't they cute? They're so pink and cute. These look like bunny rabbit pinks with my little stripes and stuff, like Easter glasses. So anyway, I do appreciate each and every one of you. I am thankful to still be small enough that I can know pretty much everybody that comments and everything. And there are some that are always commenting, some that leave a like or a message in the Facebook group. I do have a Facebook group. If you'd like to join that, just go over there and request, or what do? You request membership or so. I don't really know what it's called. But anyway, just go over there and ask to join the group, and I will, next time I kind of check those every couple of days. Hadn't had many new members lately, but I would love to have you, and let you share your makes and everything with us. And I'm always posting some kind of cute things to make, quick, easy, free patterns mostly. And we'd love to have you over there. We'd love to see you and everybody talking and really loving on each other. And then, so now I have to go into this whole life thing with you. And again, most of you know that last year Mama had several health issues. Where are you going? You getting up on the table? Where are you going? She's getting up on the table. You okay? You can lie down. She may be like, come on, let's go. Mama had some health issues. She had problems with her ears, her balance. Then she had a stay in the hospital that I think was more, if I remember correctly, it was more dehydration, and it had affected her pancreas and different things like that. So they kept her about 5 days then. And then in September, I believe, I don't have my dates right here in front of me because they kind of run together a little bit. And then in September, I believe she had, or the first week in October, she had an endarterectomy, which is where they went in and cleaned out her right carotid artery. It was what we were told was 70% blocked, and they would just do one at a time because of different things going on with her. We couldn't get a PET scan because the machine was broke down, and then doctor said if she wasn't having this, and this going on, then she was okay to have it without a PET scan, that he felt safe in doing that. And so that was another 5 days for the endarterectomy. And then in December, and then in November, my daughter got married. Yay! Beautiful wedding in the mountains. And my daughter got married, and we went to Gatlinburg for that. And it was beautiful. Beautiful wedding, very intimate, only about 10 or 11 of us there. And me and Mama went, and Mama had to go to the emergency room then with chest pains and just sick at her stomach and stuff. So we went to the emergency room there, and she had her troponin levels, which is the enzyme that tells when your heart is having an event of some sort. So her troponin levels were raised, but she was also dehydrated. So they started hydrating her. This was in Sevierville, I believe, or Sevier, Tennessee. Hang on one second. Just trying not to get hit with some kind of copyright thing with people driving by with their windows down and their stereo raised. So anyway, we went to Gatlinburg. Mama had that event happen. We were there overnight. Came back, and they told her to follow up with her doctor and everything. So they got her hydrated, and her levels started dropping, so they felt safe in sending her home. So then, that was November 15th, I believe. And then December 2nd, as I was leaving work, or as I was getting home, my brother took her to the emergency room with some severe chest pains in her neck, shoulders, nausea and everything. So she went to the emergency room. I got over there, let my brother go home, and she had some testing done for a couple of days. They kept her there. Her troponin was out of this world, like 12,000 or something. So they kept her then and admitted her and started doing some testing. That was Saturday night. Monday, as they were testing, they just saw that her heart, they decided they were going to have to do a heart cath to see what was going on with her heart. So they did a heart cath. They found that she was, trying to find my phone. They found that, she had triple bypass surgery many years ago, and they found that one of her bypasses had pretty much collapsed, was 100% blocked. So they had to do 2 balloons and another stent to open that up. Well, so that time we were there. I gotta take a picture because the dog is just so cute. Sitting up there on the table behind all my equipment. So anyway, couldn't get her kidney function properly. They had to keep her under with the dye going through her to do the heart cath with contrast, I believe they call it. They had to keep her under so much that it wasn't good for her kidneys. So they were trying to flush all that dye out and everything, and her kidney function just wasn't doing right and everything. So we were in the hospital 7 days then. So every time Mom was in the hospital, I take off. Now, I have FMLA, so that covers me as far as my position goes, holding my job and keeping me from getting in trouble for taking off so much. Because I'm going to be with my mama, regardless. And they know that, and they encourage us to, they are, where I work, it's a family company. So they encourage, they're very encouraging. They called them, check on us all the time and everything. So Mom was in the hospital 7 days then. Well, so she got out on the 8th. I think dog might be hitting my camera. Anyway, she got out of the hospital on the 8th. Well, the next Friday, okay, so she went in on Saturday night, left on Friday or Saturday. And then the next Friday night, the next Friday afternoon, the 15th, my brother had gone on a service call. He works on appliances. And yes, you've heard me say things about my brother before, and, it's the Lord and His mysterious ways that brought us back together. We've been at fussing for several years, but I'm not going to let that happen again. So there's that. And yes, you've heard me say pretty rough things, and he said plenty about me too, but guess what? He's my baby brother, so he had gone on a service call that day to work on an appliance to one of his good customers, and his customer noticed that he dropped a tool or something. He was working on some front-loading washing machine or something. So he had dropped one of his tools, couldn't pick up his screwdriver with his hand. He started slurring really bad, and he has very few teeth, so he does, he's got a speech impediment of some sort, but it's because he needs teeth, right? It's not because he can't talk. So he started slurring and stuff really bad, and the customer's house that he was at was a neurosurgeon nurse, RN or something, and the husband was a neurosurgeon. So she saw him having a stroke, basically, is what happened. And she said, she had always seen it after strokes and everything, but she's never actually seen a stroke coming on and the whole thing. So she knew exactly what was going on. She called 911, got emergency out there, and then they took him to the hospital. He didn't come home that night, didn't call, and that's really unusual for him. He lives with Mama down in the other house on the same property. He didn't come home that night. We knew something was wrong, and then early the next Saturday morning, the 16th, my nephew, his son, called and said yes, he had had a stroke. He's in UAB. So he was there for 50 days. Finally went home on February 2nd. Thankfully, thank God, he survived it. It was a hemorrhagic stroke, which bleeds. It doesn't. It wasn't a blood clot or anything. It was a bleeder, is what they were calling it. So he was in neuro ICU for a while, and then maybe a week, I think. Again, I've got a notebook with all my dates in it, but then he went to rehab to start rehab on that weak side. All of his left side is totally weak. It's totally disabled as of now. His face and mouth wasn't as bad as his arm and leg. He has no use. He can feel things, but he had no use. It was unusable. So then he went to rehab for almost a week. Well, the Thursday, this was all during Christmas and New Year's, right? So I think me and Mama went down there on a Thursday, and they thought he had COVID because he had a fever. He was really lethargic and everything. So they tested him, and we went down there. We would not go in the room until they gave us the test results, right? So they said, no, he's clear, no COVID, according to his swab and everything. But then visited with him, we were all suited up with, nope. Sorry, excuse me. Lay back down. So we were very cautious, and we went in all suited up and everything just in case. Well, so they said, no, he's clear. So the next morning, they came back and said, no, he's got COVID. And they had rushed him back because they couldn't wake him up on Friday. They couldn't wake him up, so they rushed him back over to neuro ICU, where he had a some kind of skull cap looking thing with electrodes in it come on now. Okay, hang on one second. Okay, so she's just standing here. I may have to hold her for a minute, or until she lays back down, or until she jumps back down. Anyway, so he went back to ICU under emergency conditions because they couldn't wake him up. And they did, come on. They got him, come on. They had him all hooked up to even more machines and even more detailed ICU stuff. And it was really kind of pitiful seeing him laying up there like that, because he's always been strong and working, and he rides a motorcycle. He's a drummer. And even though he hasn't worked much in the past couple of years, he has worked and helped Mama keep bills paid and stuff like that. So then, after about another week, he went back to rehab, Spain Rehab, here in Birmingham, Alabama. UAB and Spain Rehab has just been so awesome. And then they finally started working on him, occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, music therapy, because he is a musician. It is kind of heartbreaking for him to not be able to even hold a drumstick right now. But he will do that, and he will walk again. And it may take a while, but we're gonna make it. Going through this whole system with disability, Social Security, blah blah blah. It's very trying and very just makes you want to not have anything. It makes you just want to give up at some point, but we can't do that now, can we? So all of this said, I wanted to let y'all know what was going on with me and why I haven't been around in a while. And if I have been, I've been distant and everything. But with all of this, I have had to be off work a lot. Now, I wouldn't not be off work. I'm going to be there with my brother. I have been on 2 weeks leave. Come back over here. I have been on leave for 2 weeks. Before that, I was off with him at the hospital a lot, as well as with Mama, because it's taking its toll on her too, just dealing with it, and it's rough on her because that's her baby, because he's the baby and all that good stuff. That was a joke, because the nurses in the hospital, I would kid them, and they would say, well, why is he getting banana pudding brought to him, and why is he getting this? And I would tell them, I said, because he's the baby, that's why. So funny. And we started loving his nurses and his therapist and everything. But anyway, so not just recently, but last year when Mama started having issues kind of back to back, I've had to be off a lot. And I started falling behind on my bills. And I'm the only one making my bills, paying my bills. So I thought I could catch up, thought I could do this, and I just wouldn't ask for help, had to swallow, got that pride thing going on, right? Because I've always supported myself regardless. And if I did get behind, I was always able to bounce back and everything, but this time I just can't do it. So I have had to set myself up a GoFundMe fundraiser. I really, most of the time friends or other family members set that up for you, but nobody has, and I really need some help, and I have no one to turn to. We've had other family that has helped us send a little money here and there and I've got an aunt that has sent a lot of groceries and stuff via Amazon and stuff like that. But as far as getting help from local agencies, they're just not calling us back at all. And I mean, and then I've even had a couple of family members that said, oh, well, you're just using Mark's situation to gain for yourself. And that's not true. And one of them even said, well, you've been behind for a while. Yes, that is true. But I thought I could catch up. I thought I could get back on top. But I've finally had to suck it up, swallow my pride, and say, I need some help. So I would appreciate it. I'm going to put my link below. And I know that everybody is making things for everybody. I've tried to sell my stuff. I don't have time to set up my Etsy shop, but I've tried to sell my stuff locally. And, people say they want stuff and then they don't buy it, or they don't call you back and after you've made it and whatever. And I know I should have collected money first, all the things. But I just haven't been able to catch back up. So, and then like in the past couple of years, my, the homeowner's insurance has gone up so high, I almost can't pay it anyway. But I have managed to keep going, right? I used most of my vacation days, just taking them one at a time to get a little bit of pay when I've had to take off 2 or 3 days, because for years now, me and Mama scheduled doctor's appointments on my off days and everything, so I've tried to make it work. But I just can't do it anymore, and I am in a bind. Now, the GoFundMe is not just for me. I plan to be buying my brother needs a bed that he can get in and out of easier. Not a hospital bed, but just maybe a more steady bed. He's just got some old hand-me-down bed that he's had for years, and just flipping the mattress hoping it would straighten it up, but it's hurting his back and everything. So I want to get him a bed, and I'm not talking, we don't need anything extravagant. Just go to one of these bed warehouses or something and find him something. He needs a little bit smaller bed because they are in a mobile home, and it's really hard to get that chair moving around. And so thankful for my nephew, my brother's son, for getting a ramp for him, because the agencies that are supposed to help you and everything, again, they would not call you back. They will not call us back. Still haven't heard from them. So my nephew had to do whatever it took to get my brother a ramp 2 days before he came home from the hospital. So thank you so much, Connor. I don't even think he watches my channel, but somebody does that will know him. So I'm going to put that and help Mama with some bills, because what he was working and helping her with bills, now he's unable. So I'm going to try to help her with some bills. Try to help her with medicine, that she's got new medicine she's having to have. He has medicine and no insurance. So it's not just for me. However, I do need to be able to take off another week with my brother and to help Mama. But I cannot do it if I don't raise another week's worth of payday to pay my bills, because I took off the past 2 weeks. I'm supposed to go back to work Monday, but I just feel like I need to be at home with them at least one more week, because he's getting stronger. He's not anywhere near walking or moving that left side yet, but if I could just be home to fill out paperwork and make phone calls and stuff like that, maybe get some kind of ball rolling to where I won't need any help for a long time. I mean, for very long. But even with the naysayers, I'm still, I've thought about just giving up and laying down, but I can't do that. I mean, Mama needs me, Mark needs me, and my daughter needs me around, and things like that. She's helped me a bunch. Her and her husband, my son-in-law, my new son-in-law, Paul. Hey, Paul. And, here comes dog again. But I will put that link below. If you can, please spare a few dollars to help me with that, would be so greatly appreciated. Your prayers and your love are always appreciated. But if you can't afford to help me out a little bit with money, like I said, I know everybody's making for all sorts of charities and everything, and sending things out, and shipping's high and everything. I know that you've got other things going on. So if you cannot help us a little bit financially, if you could please share my link. Maybe give me a mention in a video if you have a video, if you have a YouTube channel. I can't for the life of me get the thing to link on Instagram. And there's a couple of specific people that once I post this, they're going to have some negativity to say in the comments. That's when they're getting blocked because I can't take it anymore. I mean, this is family that's talking about me the way they are, and I would never, ever use anyone's illness, or I would never use anybody in a negative way for my own gain. I mean, that's just not me. Y'all know me better than that. But it has really cut deep that these people have said this. And like I said, the main two that has said it has been family. Current family and previous family. So, anyway, that's my begging for now. Y'all know I've come on a couple of times and just said, could you please send people my way to buy something or watch my videos or something. And that just hadn't worked for me. Because most everybody here is a crocheter or a knitter or something. You do your own crafts. So I know that you don't want to buy anything that I've made. So I'm going to go over here and get my blankets out of the refrigerator. Out of the washer and dryer. I think this video is way too long now. It's probably, I can't even tell how long it is. But I appreciate you sticking with me. I appreciate y'all sticking with me all these years. I mean, I'm going on, well, 6 years. February is 6 years since I learned to crochet. And I've learned so much. And I've met so many good friends. And people that love me truly and for me. Not just what I can do for them. And I appreciate any help you can send me, whether it be prayers, love, or just a share of my link. I certainly appreciate it. And I will try to get some things started again. I'm going to make some more wheel covers, and those will be really cool to show you next time. And I hope to see you again very, very soon. It's becoming springtime. It's going to be all the beautiful things to make. And we need to jump back up with me with my positivity and kick myself in the butt and get back up here and do what I need to do. And these couple of people have said, I just want all the glory and I want all the whatever for helping Mark and Mom and everything. That's not me. Y'all know that's not me. All the glory goes to God, not me. I'm not doing anything but just being a person to help with the things that needs to get them there. And the Lord is the one that's helping us all, right? He loves us all, and He's going to pick us all up and get us back where we need to be. And I appreciate it. I love y'all, and I hope to see you again soon. I'm going to get my dishes out of the washing machine now. Bye, dog. Say bye, dog. Love y'all. See you later. Bye.